Good day, everyone. I am Robert Alapad, your speaker for today's discussion about authentic assessment. Let us have the first slide. Both assessment and evaluation are based on the judgment of an experience. Thoughtful human being and expert machines don't assess. Papers don't assess. Tests don't assess. Human assess. What better person is there to assess the progress and development of his or her students than the classroom teachers? By Larry Malone, Lawrence Hall of Science, University of California, and Berkeley. So this means, guys, that through through evaluation and assessment, the teacher as an expert can evaluate the progress of his or her student, whether they have reached the learning objective of the course. It also serves as the teacher's basis and measurement of whether the child's cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain have developed. Let's move on to the next slide. The words inside the box are terms often used in determining the degree of attainment of student learning outcomes. So we have here the assessment, evaluation, testing, marks. Assessment refers to the process of gathering data and information about what students know and can do, so that we have, guys, the lesson plan, kasi it serves as an assessment so that ang guro can better determine what else the child will learn other than what they already know or have learned, para ma-further shape ang kanilang extent of learning or kanang lawak ng kaalaman at abilidad sa pag-iisip. So the assessment is a process, because from the discussion of diverse information, the teacher gained a deep understanding of what students know, understand, and can do with their knowledge as a result of their educational experiences. Next, we have the evaluation. It involves the task of interpreting, forming conclusions, and making judgment about the information which was gathered in the process of assessment. So, the evaluation helps assess its achievements and improve its effectiveness. It's like joining in a competition, but failing. Like in a singing competition, you evaluate your performance for what went wrong, kung ano ba yung mali sa performance mo, or ano ba yung something is missing para ma-improve ito completely for the next entry or sa susunod na sasali ka. Patas din yan sa evaluation, kasi it plays an important role in any educational program. Evaluation plays a huge role in the teaching and learning process. It helps teacher and students improve teaching and learning. Next, testing is an instrument. A test is an assessment tool that reflects the records of the students' learning outcomes. So, a test is a form of assessment used to measure students' learning at a particular point in time, and usually involves collecting of involves collecting information in numerical form. So, marami tayong iba't ibang uri ng test assessment, such as pre-assessment, formative assessment, summative assessment, and many more. So those types of tests are attempt to measure a student's knowledge and intelligence in a systematic way. Next, marks are reports of evaluating information obtained in the assessment process. Marks have certain components related to the learning activities undertaken by the students. So, marks are an important source of information on which students can rely to evaluate their success in school and their potential in higher education. Kaya 'di ba, yung students ginagalingan nila lalo doon sa mas mataas na marka para mas mataas yung antas ng kanilang edukasyon at pagkatuto. No? However, not all teachers assign grades using the same criteria because they consider each child's ability using mas kinoconsider muna ng teacher yung abilidad ng bata bago nila gayahin yung estilo ng pagmarka ng halimbawa sa DepEd, yung estilo ng pagmarka sa estudyante ay hindi nila totally ginagaya. Nagkakaroon sa sariling style ng pagmamarka kasi kinoconsider yung abilidad muna ng bata. So, using these marks, the teacher will ensure that the student's progress is on the right path. So, here are the examples of such components. 20% for the class participations, 10% for completed assignments, 20% for quizzes, 30% for submitted reports, 20% for oral presentation of completed project for a total of 100%. Next, assessment involves a review of evidence of learning such as journal entries, written works, portfolios, skill demonstrations, performance in learning activities, test results, and rubrics ratings. So, yung assessment it include or review of evidence of learning. So, very self-explanatory na siya. We don't need to further explain it. Kasi it is necessary as a basis or report of what is a child has learned. Next, why authentic assessment? The common practice of using recall and recognition objective, the skills and knowledge they have mastered, by Richard Stigens 1987. So it means, guys, reviewing what the childs have learned. This is where the recall of what has been learned comes into play in order to preserve what has been learned. Authentic assessment are products and or performances correlated with real life experiences by Newton Public Schools. So that's all for today for this video, guys, and I hope you have learned a lot about authentic assessment.